Hello and welcome to Uninews. I'm Carolina Sarassa and thank you for being here on this Friday. And we begin today with the news of President Trump in public without a mask during a visit to a floor plan in Michigan. The president addressing several concerns such as a potential second wave in the fall or winter. Meanwhile, the CDC releasing new numbers as part of the new recommendations to provide leaders and states help as they reopen. Andrea Linares has the details.
ABC News Ipsos poll found that the pandemic has hit Black Americans and Latinos the hardest. Both minority groups are nearly 3 times as likely to personally know someone who has died from the coronavirus than white Americans. 30% of African American adults and 26% of Latino adults here in the U.S. say they know a victim of the virus who either died or had complications. Carolina, now back to you.
Thank you, Andrea, for that report. New York, meanwhile, is increasing testing centers in several areas, including Latino communities, where the virus seems to be spreading faster. As Blanca Rosa Vilches explains, it may be because of lack of insurance and poor living conditions. Thank you, Blanca. And it will be a very different Memorial Day weekend. People heading out on road trips, hosting family gatherings. Experts advising caution, reminding residents the pandemic is not over. This as some states announce strict social distancing guidelines and others do the opposite. Lorraine Cáceres has more.
Experts from the University of Alabama say infections can very possibly get out of control in that state after this weekend. Meanwhile, Navajo Nation, which has had a high rate of infections, is implementing a longer and more strict lockdown tonight until Monday morning to prevent further exposure. In Miami, Lorraine Cáceres, back to you.
Thank you, Lorraine. And President Trump, in a surprise announcement at the White House, said the following, that he will override governors if they do not reopen churches. Now going on with Colorado Governor Jared Polis and Mayor Michael Hancock. Now to the latest on the suspected terror attack at a naval station in Texas. We have more details about the alleged gunman as investigators search for a possible second accomplice. Azul Alvarez has more details. The suspect in a shooting at a Glendale, Arizona shopping center considered himself. Up next, employees at a UPS facility. And welcome back to Unews. A union for UPS workers says there's an outbreak of coronavirus at one of their facilities in Arizona. And as many across the country get back to work, there's a sense of hope, but also fear. Many are not clear about their workplace policies and whether or not it is dangerous to return to work. Tania Ponte has more. The U.S. has been affected by school closures. For many immigrant households, this represents a struggle to help their kids learn. Fabiola Galindo has more from New York City on how one family is dealing with these challenges and what the city is doing to fix the problem.
According to the new guidance by the CDC, students and teachers should have their temperatures taken before going inside a school building. But the ultimate decision to reopen school districts relies on local authorities. Many of them throughout the country still doubt if they will reopen their doors come September. In New York, Fabiola Galindo, Unews.
Thank you, Fabiola, for that report. Now, nursing homes have been mostly impacted by coronavirus. Over 35,000 people have died from outbreaks at nursing homes and long-term facilities. That's about a third of the overall fatalities in the U.S. Homes with a significant number of Black and Latino residents are more likely to have an outbreak than homes where the population is mostly white. And here to discuss this is Rebecca Coakley. She is the... And now coming up, a look at how temperature scanners could help reopen the economy. And welcome back to Unews. As the country resumes economic activities, more businesses are forced to install disinfection and screening equipment to control the spread of the virus. Jorge Hernandez has details about a body temperature calibrator that's being installed in restaurants, casinos, and even prisons. And with people flying less, many planes are not being used. Instead, there have been hotbeds for outbreaks. Now, tens of thousands of workers are trapped at sea, barred from getting off. As Rafael Rodriguez explained, some of them say their time and money is also running out. Thank you, Rafa, for that report. And many of these crew members feel frustrated every time they go near shore to refuel and cannot get off. They don't have a visa or are not allowed to disembark. Also, So mental health is very significant. When crew member died after committing suicide on a ship on Rotterdam, that death then ruled as suicide. Coming up next, one Latin American country. On Thursday, Mexico marked its largest single-day increase in confirmed coronavirus cases since the start of the outbreak. The country's Ministry of Health reported nearly 3,000 new cases for a total of nearly 60,000 nationwide. But some people say those numbers are not accurate and the death toll could be much higher. Alejandra Flores reports.
The Rodriguez brothers racetrack, which has been enabled as one of the 17 conversion hospitals in Mexico. Patients with mild symptoms but requiring hospitalization are treated here.
And as Mexico continues to combat the virus, another major crisis is getting worse. 10 minors continue to go missing every single day. Maria Jose is one of them, believed to have been abducted for adoption when she was just a baby. As Paulina Gomez explains, the young girl's family thinks she could have been taken to the U.S.
Ministry of Interior, between the 60s and last December, almost 48,000 children have been reported missing, and there are still 11,072 who, like Maria Jose, have not been found.
Difficult situation for that family. And coming up next, speaking of major purchases, with many businesses facing difficult times right now, the nation is actually experiencing a shortage of bicycles because of heavy sales. Malena Marchan has the latest on where you can find one. Coming up next, a woman didn't know. And from one surprise to another, a Houston woman is sharing an incredible story of having a surprise baby. That's right, she says she had no idea she was pregnant until she delivered. Nuri Murungi has that story. And he is perfect. And finally, check this out, a huge group of dolphins. Today, I'm Carolina Sarassa, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great holiday weekend. Muchas gracias.